All right, post-trade deadline and all that, and with still boxes and moving stuff going on. Let us discuss tonight's games. And we got 5 games on the schedule for tonight. So my jersey choice was one that I pulled out of a box and said, you know what, I haven't worn that in a video in a while that I can remember. So why not? It's an old Bobby Ryan. Why not? Sure. Anyways, all right. So that being said, let's get started with Edmonton and Toronto. This is a big meeting. The Edmonton Oilers 26, 29, and 7. And I know for those of us who follow hockey as fans, whatnot, we're going to look at the Oilers and say, well, dead team walking. They're not going anywhere. And they're in against the Toronto Maple Leafs, who are 38, 20, and 4. And Toronto has something to prove. And now they got something to prove their GM right. So the idea was we're going to keep everything together. It's all going to be the same. And that's what's happened with Toronto. And now is the time when we start to see how that's going to work out for them. The ultimate test being in April. But tonight's game is a good test for them because you get a pretty darn good team playing against one that's still believes they can get in, but there's a lot of challenges. On the road, Edmonton is 12, 14, and 5 to go with that 26, 29, and 7 record, whereas Toronto's 19, 12, and 1 at home. In February, the Oilers are 3, 5, and 4, so they've won 3 out of 12. Whereas the Leafs are 8, 3, and 2, and they're putting it together again. This is the first meeting between these two teams this season, so they'll meet again in Edmonton. Nugent Hopkins has 3 goals and 4 assists in his last 10 games. All these numbers are for their last 10 games. McDavid, 1 goal and 7 assists. This is normally when McDavid heats up and starts scoring at a torrid pace. Draisaitl, 9 goals, 4 assists for him. Cassian, 2 goals, 3 assists. Colby Cave got his first assist with the Oilers either last game or the game before. Toby Reeder, 2 assists in his last 10 games. That's why he didn't get traded. There really wouldn't have been any interest. Sekera has 3 assists in the last 10 games he's played. And Russell with 2 assists to round things out on the Oilers side. On Toronto's side, Hyman, 4 goals, 2 assists in his last 10. Marner, 1 goal, 7 assists. Same number as McDavid. Matthews, 7 goals and 5 assists. Kapanen, 4 goals, 6 assists. Gauthier, 1 goal, 2 assists in his last 10. Nylander, 2 goals and 3 assists for the Leafs. Muzzin, 4 assists, and Riley with 2 goals and 7 assists. After that, the scoring on the blue line really kind of dries up. It showed Hainsey with nothing. If you're wondering where you get these numbers from, it's from Daily Faceoff. I also got from Daily Faceoff your starting goaltenders. No confirmation for the Oilers. I'll say Koskinen because I think he's going to play virtually every game from here on. He's 16, 14, and 4 with a 909 save percentage. Stollers will be the backup at 4, 3, and 3 with a 902 save percentage. Freddie Anderson's confirmed as the starter for tonight. He's 29, 13, and 3 with a 922 save percentage for the Leafs. Sparks is 7, 4, and 1 with a 908 save percentage. Teams outside the playoffs, the Oilers are 8 points out. So the math isn't good for them. Being 8 points out, or if you're using a baseball term, 4 games back. At this stage of the season, it becomes very, very difficult to foresee them getting in. All right, that being said, we're going to move along. Next up, Calgary, 40, 16, and 7 now after the win last night over the Islanders. And they move in against the 25, 30, and 8 New Jersey Devils, who sold at the deadline but didn't sell a lot. But they didn't have a lot to sell. Let's be honest, it's been a really, really rough year for New Jersey. So rough that there's no way it could be this bad next year. On the road now, Calgary's 20, 11, and 2. At home, New Jersey is 17, 10, and 5. In February, the Flames are 7, 3, and 2, whereas the New Jersey Devils are 6, 6, and 1. So the Devils are playing well enough in February, but when you get into the scoring, it's not a great picture that's portrayed for them. This is the first meeting between these two teams this year. Now, scoring, Monahan 2 goals, 4 assists in his last 10. Gaudreau 1 goal and 5 assists. So they're not blowing it out of proportion that this line has trouble scoring right now. Tkachuk 1 goal, 2 assists. Backlund 4 goals, 4 assists. Zarnik has 4 goals and an assist. He is one of the leading goal scorers for the Calgary Flames over the last month. Mangiapane 3 goals for him, so he has more than Monahan. Gaudreau. Lindholm also has 2 goals in his last 10 games played. Brody, TJ Brody, 2 goals, 2 assists on the blue line. Rasmus Anderson, your upcoming superstar, 1 goal, 5 assists for him. Scoring on the New Jersey side, Heischer, 1 goal, 6 assists in his last 10. Blake Coleman's listed as having 0 points in his last 10 games. None. Gabriel, 2 goals. That's it. Zajac, 2 goals, 3 assists. Agostino, 1 goal, 2 assists. Andy Green, 1 goal, 3 assists. Severson, 1 goal, 4 assists. And Butcher with a goal and 4 assists. So why did I list 5 forwards and 3 defensemen with New Jersey, where I listed 6 forwards and 2 defensemen with every other team? Because the scoring for the forwards on New Jersey just is not good. There just wasn't enough there for me to talk about when it comes to their forwards. Goaltenders, Riddick has been confirmed for Calgary. He's 21-5-5, 912 save percentage. He is now the backup, as Smith is 19-11-2 with an 897 save percentage. On the New Jersey side, Mackenzie Blackwood is confirmed as the starter. Welcome back. He's 6-4 with a 926 save percentage. Corey Schneider's the backup at 4-8-2 and an 898 save percentage. So, Schneider's numbers have gotten a lot better. New Jersey, 16 points back of the playoffs. Not getting in. And that's just reality, and yet they're playing the spoiler relatively well. It'll be interesting to see with Calgary. They're on this great winning streak. They've won a bunch of games. They're doing really, really well without that first line producing. So they're doing what I wanted to see Colorado start to do, and they kind of have. And we'll see if they eventually try to break up that first line. I know why a coach would be gun-shy about breaking up that line, but you look at Colorado, and breaking up that top line turned out to be a pretty smart move. So we'll see if Bill Peters makes that move for Calgary, or if he just lets them play together to play their way out of it. That being said, moving along. Tampa Bay, 48-11-4 at 100 points. And who do they play tonight? The New York Rangers, 27-26-9 for the Rangers. And they're playing out the string. Now, Tampa is impressive no matter what number you look at. There is no one stat that I can look at of Tampa's and say, okay, they're just pedestrian there. Their power play is producing at a fantastic rate. Their offense, their defense, their goaltending. It's all been a pretty great story for Tampa Bay. For the Rangers, not as much. On the road, Tampa 22-6-2. At home, the Rangers 16-10-6. In February, Tampa Bay's pitching a shutout again. 11 wins, no regulation losses, and 2 overtime or shootout losses, whereas the Rangers are 5-5-2. Tampa Bay has won both meetings between them and the Rangers this year. They're trying to make it 3 straight. Palat has 6 assists in his last 10 games. Stamkos 5 goals, 9 assists for 14 points. 5 goals, 8 assists. Kucherov 8 goals, 12 assists. He's playing in a whole other league. Cirelli 3 goals, 3 assists. Killorn 2 goals, 3 assists. McDonough 1 goal, 2 assists. And Sergachev quietly producing decent numbers with 2 goals and 2 assists in his last 10 games. On the Rangers side, Kreider, still a member of the Rangers. I didn't believe that they'd trade Kreider. I didn't see any reason why. 2 goals, 6 assists for him. Zibanejad, 5 goals, 5 assists. VC, 4 goals, 4 assists. Strome, 3 goals, 4 assists. Buchnevich, 3 goals, 6 assists. Brendan Lemieux, believe this is his first game for the Rangers since the trade. 2 goals for him. I really think Ranger fans are going to like him a lot. On the blue line, D'Angelo with 8 assists. Shattenkirk, 6 assists for the New York Rangers. Goaltenders, Vasilevsky's confirmed, 28-7-4 with a 930 save percentage. Louis Dominguez, 19-4 with a 908 save percentage, backing him up. Georgiev will start tonight. That's something. He's 10-10 with a 904 save percentage. Lundqvist is 17-16-9 with a 907 save percentage. I just hope they're not too mean to Georgiev tonight. Tampa has an ability to really run up the score, and the Rangers are 11 points out of the playoffs. So they are a team that definitely, if you're going to qualify somebody as maybe being a bit fragile when it comes to having the score run up on them, I would qualify the New York Rangers as one of those teams. And again, playing out the string, and still with a lot of players left that we might have thought would go. And Tampa didn't really need to load up. They loaded up in the offseason last year. I think it's the offseason is the best time to be adding everybody, so you don't have to worry about chemistry at this time of year and a bunch of guys getting added to the dressing room. That being said, we're going to move along. The Vancouver Canucks are in against Colorado. Remember last time Vancouver was in Colorado and played them? Vancouver beat Colorado, jumped into a playoff spot. Colorado was out. That was a while ago. And I was excited because I knew this can't last. That wasn't something that I felt the Canucks would be able to maintain. Playoffs would be fun to watch the Canucks in the playoffs again. I don't see it this year. And the numbers just, they're not there. I don't see the depth for Vancouver. On the Colorado side, this team could be scary if they get themselves going heading into a playoff series. If they can make it, this team could be scary to play against. And thankfully, Dallas has left the door wide open for anybody who thinks they've got a chance to just jump in and grab a spot. 27, 28, and 8 is the record of the Vancouver Canucks. 27, 24, and 12 is the record for the Colorado Avalanche. So actually, they have the same number of wins. Road record for Vancouver, 13, 16, and 4. Home record for Colorado, 12, 12, and 6. They've got to improve that. They were so deadly at home last year. This year, not so much. February for Vancouver, 4, 6, and 2. February record for Colorado, 5, 4, and 4. So, again, these numbers don't trend greatly, but Colorado seems to be improving. We'll see if that continues tonight because Vancouver's won both meetings with the Colorado Avalanche. This would be the third and final. Bo Horvat, over their last 10 games, 5 goals and 1 assist, so he's become a goal scorer all of a sudden. Levo, 2 goals, 3 assists for him. Thank you, Toronto. Peterson with 3 goals, 7 assists, 10 points. Besser, 3 goals, 3 assists. Roussel, 1 goal, 5 assists. Goldobin is still a Canuck, 1 goal and 1 assist. Stetcher, 3 assists. And Biega, 2 goals and 2 assists for him. So Alex Biega, a number 7 guy, 2 goals, 2 assists in his last 10 games played. Big thumbs up from me. On the Colorado side, Kerfoot, 2 goals, 5 assists. McKinnon, 4 goals, 3 assists. Jost, 3 goals, 2 assists in his last 10 games. Landeskog, 4 goals, 4 assists. Brassard, who could be a big addition for them, 2 goals, 2 assists. Comfer, 4 goals and 4 assists. Graves, not very talked about rookie of theirs who's done well, 1 goal, 2 assists. And Nemeth with 3 assists, who's had a more underwhelming season this year than last. But yeah, Brassard had a goal in his first game with the Colorado Avalanche. Let's see what he does tonight. Goaltenders, no confirmation for Vancouver. I wouldn't be surprised to see Demko here. He's 1-0 with a .923 save percentage. Markstrom, 23, 18, and 7 with a .912 save percentage. He needs a night off. On the Colorado side, Varlamov is listed as likely. He's 17, 15, and 9 with a .911 save percentage. Grubauer, 10, 7, and 3, .896 save percentage. Vancouver, 5 points out of the playoffs. Colorado, a mere 1 point behind Dallas. They can just leapfrog over them and take that spot, which wouldn't necessarily surprise me. It would kind of surprise me at this point if Dallas didn't back out of the playoffs. And every year, Shannon worries too much. He's got to stop worrying about Dallas. Dallas is they're gonna make the playoffs. Look where they're sitting. Yeah. Mm. Now they're 1 point ahead of Colorado. They're backing their way out. They're the number 2 wild card. So, yay! All right, next up, last game, Chicago and Anaheim. Chicago 26, 28, and 9 in against the 24, 39, 24, 30, and 9 Anaheim Ducks, who are playing out the string, and they shouldn't be. This is an indictment not just of the guys in that locker room, but the guy standing behind the bench, Bob Murray, has to take some responsibility for this. Absolutely has to. This has been an absolutely brutal season for Anaheim after what was a pretty solid second 20 games. From games 20 through 40, they were pretty good, and then it's just kind of fallen apart, and quickly and dramatically. And you ask yourself, if they had got rid of Carlisle sooner, would that have changed things? Odds are probably not. They're probably still in this position, but we'll never know. So we can speculate all we want. Anyways, on the road, Chicago's 12, 15, and 3 at home. It's not a great record for Anaheim. They're 12, 9, and 8. So yes, they have 12 wins and 9 losses, but those 8 losses in overtime or shootouts, that's not good. That means they've won 12 out of 29 at home. February, Chicago's 8 and 4. Anaheim's 3 and 9. It is just a matter of Chicago coming out tonight, playing their game, being calm and disciplined, and realizing they are against a team that's a shell of its former self. Getzlaf not listed as in the lineup either, so we'll see just how ugly this gets for Anaheim. On the Chicago side, Taves, 6 goals, 7 assists in his last 10. Kane, 8 goals, 9 assists for him. So he has 17 points in 10 games and has lost 3 points on Kucherov over that time. Strome, 4 goals, 10 assists. Jabrinkat, 8 goals, 7 assists. Saad, 4 goals, 4 assists. Anisimov, 2 goals, 4 assists. On the blue line, Keith, 1 goal, 7 assists. And Gustafsson, 2 goals and 10 assists for him. On the Anaheim side, it's just ugly. Raquel with an assist. Corey Perry with 2 goals, 2 assists. Jones with 1 assist. He's still searching for his first NHL goal. Richie, 1 goal, 2 assists. Terry, 1 goal, 1 assist. Henrique, 3 goals, 2 assists. Lindholm, 1 goal, 1 assist. And Fowler has a single assist in his last 10 games played. I told you guys, not a great record here. Crawford is very likely to be the starter tonight. He's 6-14-2, 902 save percentage. Ward's 14-10-4 with an 893 save percentage. On the Anaheim side, Miller is listed as likely. He's 6-3-1 with a 928 save percentage. Boyle 1-3 now with a 928 save percentage. The Chicago Blackhawks are now 6 points back of a playoff spot. So they are sitting behind Vancouver, same number of games played, and they are sitting 5 points back of Colorado. And this is where it gets tricky. You can't just focus on Dallas. You're also trying to catch Colorado. You're trying to pass Vancouver. There's numerous teams ahead of you. On the Anaheim side, they're 10 points back. They're not getting in. It's just not happening. But I figured I'm throwing everybody else on the board. I'm going to throw in Anaheim as well. And we'll see where things turn out for them tonight. Things haven't been turning out very well for Anaheim this season. And with Chicago coming in, this really, really run-and-gun offense they're playing. The interesting thing, of course, is their defense, their goaltending numbers have not been good. How will they be against an Anaheim team that's very young and goal challenged? Goal challenged is a nice way of putting it. Let me know what you guys think in the comments section below as always. Don't forget to hit like and subscribe if you're browsing your way through. You just happened upon this video. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'll talk to you again soon.